That's harder than Drumchapel. Oh.
3, 2, 1, go!
Hello and welcome to Ma and Paw Run. Today we are at Lanark Moor Parkrun to see what it's all about. So the reason for coming here today is because Lanark Moor is actually rated the hardest parkrun in Scotland. So this shows a age grade score, and you're expected to lose roughly 6.5% off of your age grade score. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go around the park. Now, at the time of recording, my best age grade score is 72.5%, and that is from a flat and fast Largs Prom parkrun. So according to the 6.5%, I'm aiming for roughly 66% of my age grade score, which would come out about 22.5 minutes. So that is definitely the A goal. Now, off the other list and down the bottom there, I've raced White Kirk Hill, which is an age grade score loss of about 5%. So that'll be the B goal today. We'll try and hit 24 minutes as a B goal. So A goal 22.5, B goal 24. Now, first impressions of this park are fantastic. We're currently on a lovely scenic path around the loch, which was perfect for a warm-up and nice and flat, which makes me worried for what's coming up next. But anyway, if you're running late, do not worry. There may be a dispute about the hardest park run in Scotland, but Lanark Moor certainly takes the win for the closest distance from the car park to the start line. Okay, now back to the run. So as you can see on the left, I'm clipping along at 350 per kilometre. And for context, my PB is in the mid-20s for parkrun. So at the moment, I'm on track for one hell of a PB. I was warned by the run director that the loop around the pond lulls you into a false sense of security, so consider me lulled as I sort of slow down to a more manageable pace there in the low fours. So the route starts at the car park at the top of a hill, which I have then proceeded to bomb down like I'm chasing a big wheel of cheese. You then complete a circuit of the loch before heading into the trees for approximately 2 kilometres along a trail section, then coming back out for a final victory lap around the water before a final ascent up Heartbreak Hill to the finish. Parkrun is not a race, but I have just popped up a position counter in the corner there. So we are currently sitting in 8th place as we go around on our first loop here. Oh, just thinking about it. No, sitting back on the shoulder as those people arrive. It is quite a narrow path, but the field has thinned out quite a lot there. As again, I think about the overtake. Oh, and more people just coming past. So thinking about it, nope. So a bit of a chicane here. Again, just sitting in 8th. A little bit more comfortable now at a 4:20 pace, although the heart rate is already pretty high for what I'd hoped for at the start of a run. Again, just thinking about the overtake, just thinking about it, deciding to just tuck in and just hold out and pace it really well. That sounds like the perfect idea. Just tuck in, draft off of backwards hat, and just see, oh no, and I'm off. So completely out the window and gone for the overtake. Perfect. We are now in 7th position as we come towards the end of the first kilometre. The past sort of 400, 500 metres have been around the mid-4s, so interesting to see what the damage has been for bombing down the hill. There we go, score on the door. We've got a 4:05 first kilometre, which is absolutely rapid. Way quicker than I was anticipating, way quicker than the 4:30 average I was hoping for, but you've got to take it where you can on courses like this. So straight up ahead is the Inn on the Loch, which is the Parkrun Cafe for this event. And oh my, I highly recommend getting yourself a flat white after the run. I treated myself to some strawberry and chocolate pancakes, which were also delicious, but I'd recommend to anybody coming, definitely pop in and have a coffee. Everybody was so friendly and the coffee was great. It feels like I've been on my own now for a long time. At Parkrun, I enjoy having someone to chase, something to go after. But at the moment, there's nobody really around. Just me, the water, and a few ducks, as you can see there on the left-hand side. Fun fact before we go away from the water, the loch is actually built in the shape of Australia. The run director gave us a fantastic story at the beginning of the run, or the first timer's brief I should say, where a previous person had asked, "Oh, do you think that was an accident?" But we are assured it was not an accident, it's just nobody knows the reason for it. So we are just approaching the first complete loop of the water, as you can see in the top left there. We're just about catching our tail on the map. Now, what lies round the corner is an uphill ascent into the trees and into the trail section of the parkrun, and I want to get my excuses in nice and early. I've, over the past month, been working on my 5k times, and I have really been neglecting the hills, and I think that shows quite considerably. As I go up this hill, the pace will drop right in front of everybody. Thank you to the marshals. Right in front of everybody, that pace is going to absolutely plummet. So hoping here to just hold my ground, not lose any positions. It's not that kind of day. We want to defend the 7th. Don't want anybody to come past. Just get to the top of the hill. Oh no, great. Well, that's all right. That's the motivation we need. I was talking about not having anybody to chase. Well, there we go. Someone to chase. Get back in it and get on. Hello 8th and hello gravel. Interesting. So we've come off of the tarmac and now into this gravel and into the trees. For context, although it doesn't look like it, I'm running this early July, which feels like the midwinter in Scotland right now, despite all of the heat waves across the rest of the UK. So it has been quite wet in Scotland, and it has been quite wet, damp this morning. But I would say this course and this part of the route is perfectly fine, barring a few muddy patches which we were warned about nice and early. I would say the debate was trail shoes or road shoes. I went for road shoes to try and take advantage of that 3 kilometres that we have on the flat, and I think that was the right decision. I think if you were doing this in the depths of winter, definitely go for trail shoes. You'll have a better time. I imagine this will get really, really slippy towards October, November time. But if you're doing it in the summer, absolutely go for it. Just past the sign there for kilometre 2 in a 4:34. Much better pacing. Much closer to that target of 22.5 minutes. One thing I'll say, thank you very much to the marshals for putting out all the signs. You've probably seen them along the course, the yellow arrows keeping us right in the trees, and also the kilometre markings. Such a good confidence boost when you're running through the trees. You don't know where you're going. Really nice to see a sign and just have an idea of how far along and how much more there is to go. As it stands, currently just holding on to the back of position number 7, and you can see there on the left hand side the heart rate has started to creep up a little bit from the mid 60s into the low 70s, and again for context, I don't really push it above 80, so I'm trying pretty hard right now. So let's see how we get on. I am really working now. This doesn't really look like it on camera, but it is just undulating. Keep an eye on the slope as we go for... Oh no, oh no. There goes our coveted position 8 and we've gone down into 9th. And we're going up a slope of 22%. Oh wow. And they're absolutely storming away from us. Oh my goodness. Those two look like they know what they're doing. They look like they know how to pace a flat section. So just coming up to about halfway, and I can safely say the A goals. Oh my goodness, another one! Well, that was short-lived. 9th position was short-lived. We are now in 10th. And the aim of the game, hold the back of them. Don't let them get away. Putting the positions to one side. This is such a fun section of the course. You can see again we're going down the hills, we're going up the hills, sneaking round the corners. It feels like I'm in a scene of Twilight, to be honest. Really, really good fun course. And the good thing about this, we're not going to go back on ourselves. It's all new territory. It's keeping it fun and exciting. Really, really enjoying this. So the main comparison here would maybe be Drumchapel, but I'd say Drumchapel is a lot more hills. You've got, well, is that fair? You get 3 hills per lap and you do it 3 times. This one, more undulating, the surface is a little bit more unforgiving, but I'd say this one is a lot more fun than Drumchapel. Anyway, back to the task at hand. I am being absolutely dropped by those two that just came past me. And if I'm not careful, I'm going to end up alone in the woods. Again, thank you to those marshals putting out the signs and keeping us right. I am really starting to work now here as we go round this corner and up the hill. It's not the steepest of all the hills, but my goodness. Oh no. Oh, we've slowed to a walk. Oh, we're walking up the hill. Those two are definitely going to be gone. Oh, it's almost a tactic to get lost in the woods at this point. Oh, the pace down at 13 minutes per kilometre. Oh, at least we've got back up and running now, but they are well and truly gone. Back on my lonesome, back using the signs like Hansel and Gretel in the woods. You can just hear how hard I'm working now to even keep a pace in the 5s. This is really unforgiving, and I'm hoping that we're soon going to drop back down for that victory lap on the tarmac. But anyway, I'm going to leave you to watch this kilometre in the woods with some nice backing music. Finally, that really felt like it was never ending.
Fine, okay. Come on.
You can really tell how hard I'm working if I'm giving myself a pep talk with the final K to go. So anyway, we are going round the loch again. This is familiar territory at this point, and like I say, I've given myself a pep talk to try and get to the end as quickly as possible. So we've got another kilometre on the flat and then a sprint up Heartbreak Hill. After being dropped in the woods by those two women, I've been chasing them ever since, and I've been counting the seconds since the last woman went past this life ring.
15 seconds.
15 seconds. can I close down a 15-second gap in the final K? Let's go. My, we are really working now. So we've got approximately 500 meters to go, and it feels like I've been catching up to that person just ahead of me. I'm just pushing as much as I can now. I swear to you, at the time, it felt like I was dropping the low 3-minute kilometers, but to see just barely clinging on to 4-minute pace is a bit disheartening, I have to say that. Anyway, as I get round here, I catch another glimpse of the two people ahead of me, and I'm thinking I've got a chance here. Although I am definitely cooked. A word of warning, or perhaps advice if you want to take this one on yourself: definitely pace that first loop round the water. I got carried away, I got caught up in racing for a position, and now I am paying the price. And I know there's still a hill to come. As we turn round the corner here, White Top just has a little glance back and maybe hears me coming as I'm absolutely huffing and puffing like the big bad wolf. And he actually puts on a bit of a kick here up the hill, so I'm glad I could help someone get the most out of their run in the morning. But I feel like I've got nothing left whatsoever. So here we are, the famous hill, kicking as hard as I can. The slope only there about 13%. We've seen way worse throughout this park run. Nothing we can't handle. It's trying to push. Catch up. White Top is absolutely hammering it. Have paced it perfectly. A pacing masterclass. But anyway, back to our run. Can we get into the threes? They're seeming like a pretty distant thought right now, but I think we can do it. I'm squeezing as hard as I can, and I'm looking down at the watch. I can't see the finish line, and I'm saying I've not got long to go. This might be a long one. And bosh, there we are, 5k on the watch, and we're just a little bit over, and I'm telling you, every step here my legs are screaming. But there we go. Oh, a hint of the threes, but I've got a sneaky suspicion that was my GPS getting lost in the trees. Oh well, what a run. Sure, this is the question on everybody's lips, but did we do it? Yes, we did. 23:23, snuck under the 24-minute mark. In my humble opinion, that was way harder than Drumchapel, but come along and give it a go yourself. The course is fantastic, you'll have a lot of fun on a Saturday, and you can finish it off with a lovely coffee. See you next time.